Hello everyone, my name is Renata Hanum Pratiwi and I'm from Universitas Negeri Semarang with college student number 2401050066. So, welcome to today's video where we'll learn about the 7 continents of the world. But before we dive in, here are 2 questions for you to think about. 1. What exactly is a continent? And 2. On which continent is Indonesia located on? Keep this question in mind as we explore. And all the materials I'll use in this video, like the PowerPoint slides and picture, are available in the description box below. So feel free to check them out after watching. But before we go deeper, do you know what continent is? Quote from Cambridge Dictionary, continent is one of the 7 large landmass on the Earth's surface, mainly surrounded by sea and usually consisting of various countries. Each continent has its own characteristic and diversity. Continents serve as a place for humans and other livings to live. Now, we'll be exploring the 7 continents of the world. Can you name all of them? Let's make it easier with a fun song.
We've got the whole globe in our hands. 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 We've got North and South America in our hands. We've got Europe, Asia, Africa in our hand. We've got Australia and Antarctica in our hand. We've got the whole globe in our hands. 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 We've got North and South America in our hands. We've got Europe, Asia, Africa in our hands. We've got Australia and Antarctica in our hands. We've got the whole globe in our hands. We've got the whole globe in our hands.
Great singing everyone! Now, let's dive deeper into how these continents came to be and what makes them so special. Once, the world was just one big landmass. It was surrounded by vast oceans and dotted with towering mountains and dense forests. In the heart of this landmass, there were plains teeming with all kinds of animals and lush greenery. But the landmass was restless, and deep beneath the surface, something powerful was stirring. One day the ground shook, and from deep within the earth, molten rock emerged. Over time, it formed huge, imposing mountains. The earth continued to change, and great rifts appeared, splitting the landmass. Slowly, the continents began to take shape, each one unique and distinct. They drift apart, creating oceans between them. As the continents drift, their climates changed. Some became icy and cold, while the others turned warm and tropical. The animals and plants evolved to survive in these new environments. Over millions of years, the continents continued to move and change. That big landmass called Pangea, and this process called continental drift. That is why continents like South America and Africa look like they could fit together like puzzle pieces. And now, let's explore the 7 continents and what makes each one unique. The first one, we will learn about Asia. The continent of Asia is the largest continent and has the largest population. Because it has a large area, the continent of Asia has quite varied natural features. Asia has desert areas, mountains, tropical rainforests, highlands, lowlands, and beaches. This makes the continent of Asia have diverse biodiversity. The continent of Asia is the only region on Earth where 3 of the world's great mountains range meet, namely the Circum-Mediterranean, the Circum-Pacific, and the Australian mountains. This causes several countries in Asia, for example like Indonesia and Japan, to be prone to earthquakes. Which countries are in the continent of Asia? So, there are Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Brunei, Philippines, Georgia, India, Indonesia, or our country, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Japan, Cambodia, North Korea, South Korea, Kuwait, Laos, Lebanon, Maldives, Malaysia, Egypt, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nepal, Oman, Pakistan, Qatar, Russia, Singapore, Syria, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Timor-Leste, China, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, Uzbekistan, Vietnam, Yemen, and Jordan. The second continent is Europe. Europe is the only continent without desert. Most of its territory has a subtropical climate except in the south. The geographical conditions in Europe support the growth of various types of food crops such as wheat, corn, potatoes, and fruits. Agriculture is generally carried out in conjunction with livestock farming, which produce abundant products such as cheese, milk, butter, meat, and wool. However, the industrial sector is the main pillar of the economy in most European countries. Europe has approximately 50 countries, including city-states such as the Vatican, San Marino, and Monaco. Some other countries are Armenia, Austria, Netherlands, Belgium, Bulgaria, Czech, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Macedonia, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, and Ukraine. The next one is Africa. Africa is the second most populous continent after Asia, accounting for about 1/7 of the world's population. In addition, Africa is known as the place of origin of the human ancestor, Homo erectus, before spreading to Europe and Asia. Most of its territory has a tropical climate, except in the north and south, which have subtropical zones. The natural conditions of Africa are dominated by grasslands, which are ideal for animal life, especially mammals. Although its population growth is quite high, the death rate on this continent is also high due to disease outbreaks and conflict. Countries that in the continent of Africa are South Africa, Algeria, Angola, Ethiopia, Cameroon, Kenya, Liberia, Madagascar, Morocco, Egypt, Nigeria, Republic of Congo, Somalia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and many other countries. There are 53 countries in the continent of Africa. Next is North America. North America is the world's third largest continent. It stretches from the Arctic to the Isthmus of Panama. It also rich in culture and ethnic, with influence from indigenous people, European colonials, and immigrants from around the world. Then, the next continent is South America. The landscape of South America is made up of mountains, plateaus, lowlands, and rivers. South America is also very culturally rich, influenced by indigenous heritage, Spanish and Portuguese, colonialism, and multiple waves of immigration that have made the region's cuisine, music, and art extremely diverse. Additionally, many countries in South America have a rich history, including the ruins of ancient civilizations such as the Incans and the Mayans. There are 35 countries in the American continent, including United States, Bahamas, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Jamaica, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Nicaragua, Panama, and Trinidad. The next one is Australia or Oceania. Australia or Oceania is often called by the island continent because it is the smallest continent in the world. Geographically, Australia is the flattest continent with the most of its territory being a plateau not far from sea level. This geographical characteristic allows Australia to develop a livestock industry and various types of food crops. The last continent is Antarctica. Antarctica is an uninhabited continent that is not owned by any country. Antarctica is synonymous with its ice, glaciers, and eternal snow. So, we're going to the next material. The next material is popular landmarks found on every continent. In Asia, we can find Mount Everest, the Yangtze River, Gobi Desert, tropical rainforest in Indonesia and Malaysia, the South China Sea. In Europe, we can find the Alps in Switzerland and Australia, Mediterranean Sea, lowlands in the Netherlands, River Thames and River Rhine. In the North America, we can find Caribbean islands with their tropical beaches, Rocky Mountains in the United States and Canada, Mississippi River, Grand Canyon, which is the largest valley in the world, is located in Arizona, United States. In South America, we can find the Amazon River, which is the largest river in the world, the Amazon rainforest, which is the largest tropical rainforest in the world, and the Andes Mountains, with the highest peak, Mount Aconcagua. In Africa, we can find the Sahara Desert, which is the largest sand desert in the world, the Nile River, which is the longest river in the world, and Kalahari Desert. In Australia or Oceania, we can find the Great Barrier Reef, which is the largest coral reef in the world, Alps in the Southeast region, the Pacific Island in Australia, which has thousands of tropical islands. Last, in Antarctica, we can find the Transantarctic Mountains, which divide the West Antarctic and East Antarctic regions. Now it's time for a game. I'll show you a famous landmark and you will guess which continent is it on. You can also count your scores. The name of the game is What Continent is this building located on? Ready? we learned about what continents are, how they were formed, and the unique feature of each one. Plus, we had fun with a song and a game. Which continent is your favorite and why? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon for more fun geography lesson. Thanks for watching and see you next time for another exciting adventure around the world. Bye bye!